Hi, first grade. Okay, today we are going to work with our dry erase boards. So you need to have that. You need to have your dry erase marker. And let's talk about this week's words quickly. We have learned the vowel suffix es that can be added to words that end in x, s, or z. And that can mean to show action or to be plural to mean more than one. So let's practice a few of those. And then we'll move on to some of our past rules. Okay, let's take the word dress and make it say dresses. Okay, there are really pretty dresses at the boutique. So you have to underline the root word, and then we're going to make it say dresses. Use a different marker here. Okay, now I'm going to do 3 from this week before I show it to you, but I want you to mark what kind of a syllable is it, a closed or a VE syllable, okay, and any other markups that we have learned. Okay, dresses. The next word is tosses. He tosses the ball very hard. Tosses. So underline the root word again. Okay. The next one is waxes. He waxes his car out in the driveway. And let's also do quizzes, because that has something a little special to it, right? We add that extra Z. Remember, qua is the Q and the U together. I'm going to hold this up. Do you see how I've circled the suffixes? I've marked what type of vowel it is. I've done the root word. I've underlined that. I've showed you the bonus letter where that applies. And there was a blend. Okay. All right, let's erase those. And next, I am going to give you a series of trick words, and I want you to write them down, and then we'll go back and look at them together. Okay, let's do our new trick word, there. There. Their books are overdue at the library. Their books are overdue at the library. Okay, now let's do being. Are you being a good citizen by picking up all the trash? Being. Okay, and the last trick word for this week is first. Mrs. Nye loves first grade. Okay, now let's go look at, I'm going to look at some of our past trick words, and I would like for you to write those down for me when I say them. Let's do would. Would you please clean off your desk? Would. Okay, would. The next one is none. None of our bananas are ripe enough. None. The next trick word is what? What type of pizza would you like? Now, I want you to self-grade. I'm going to go back and I'm going to spell them out loud, and you're going to check them. You can put a little dot next to it, like we do with our math facts, if you got it correct. Okay, there. Their. There. Being. 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 The next one is first. It's got an R controlled vowel, and it is FIRST. The next word is would. WOULD. The next word is none. NONE. And the last word is what. WHAT. Now, if you got any of those wrong, maybe jot them down on a piece of paper next to you. Even if you spell them wrong, you'll know that you got them wrong, right? And that's something that you can study later, because knowing our trick words means we just need to know them in our brain and they don't follow any rule. And it's important as we move forward with reading and writing. Okay, let's do some other trick words. Friend. She is a very nice friend. Friend. And the next trick word is other. There are other books you can read. Other. Other. The next trick word, this is a long one, between. The money fell between the two seats. Between. Okay, and the next trick word is where. Where are you going tomorrow? Where. And the next trick word is our. Our. Our family has had a lot of time together. Our. The next trick word is said. And the last trick word is they. Okay, I'm going to spell them for you, and take note of ones that you've missed or jot them down somewhere so you can practice them later, okay? Friend, FRIEND, friend. Other, OTHER, other. Between, BETWEEN, between. Where, WHERE, where. Our, OUR. Said, SAID. And last but not least, they, THEY. Okay, let's erase our boards. And now I am going to give you words that can be any of our phonics rules that we've learned so far. So just review words, okay? First one is pinball. It is fun to play pinball. Pinball. Do you remember that there's two syllables in pinball? Okay, so mark up your syllables as well. The next word is branch. I saw a broken branch across the street. The next one is costume. Costume. I'm putting two on each row is what I'm doing. Make it nice and neat. Costume. There's two syllables, but they're not the same syllable, right? Okay, let's look at these. Pinball, I showed the glued sound. I showed the two closed syllables. I showed the um, bonus letter. Branch, we had a consonant digraph. We had a blend, it was a closed syllable. Costume, the first syllable was a closed syllable. The second syllable was a V consonant E syllable. I marked it up as such. Okay, let's keep going. Insist. I insist you let me do that for you. Insist. 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 Okay. The next one is mistakes. Making mistakes is how we learn to get better and better. Or we can learn from our mistakes. Maybe that's the better sentence. Mistakes. Two syllables. On this one, you have to underline the root word. And there is a suffix at the end. Let's do one more and then we'll go over it. Expected. Expected. Okay. Insisted, we have, or insist, we had the two closed syllables with the blend. On mistake, did you catch that one was a closed syllable, one was a VE syllable? I erased that with my hand, I think. I underlined mistake because that is the root word, and then circled the S because that is the suffix, right? And then showed the long vowel silent E. Expected, two closed syllables. Oh, and Mrs. Nye did not underline the root word. There is lots to remember, and you all do so good at this. Underline the root word expect, and then we added the suffix ed. Okay. Let's end up with two sentences that can incorporate any of the rules we've learned so far. Okay. And our first sentence is the athletes jog on the path. The athletes jog on the path. Go back and mark up. Okay, the tricky one here is athletes. Did you underline the root word, circle the suffix, show the two different syllables? Notice on path, there's a consonant digraph. Okay, hopefully you applied all of that. Did you remember to start with a capital letter and end with a period? Okay, let's do one more sentence as our little review here. I'm going to go back in the book and pick. You are almost done with your Fundations for the year. Can you believe it? Okay, here's our sentence. The ride ended on the other hill. The ride ended, ended. So it's a suffix from the word end. The ride ended on the other hill. The ride ended on the other hill. Okay, go back and mark up. Okay, so look at this. Once you're done, the ride ended on the other hill. Once you have finished marking this up, take a look at this. So ride was a V consonant E or syllable word, right? V consonant E word. So we marked it up like that. Ended, closed syllable, suffix. Other was a trick word, and then hill was a bonus letter. And I remembered my capital letter and my period. Okay. Good work, boys and girls.